Hello everyone, and welcome to my young and restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Crimson Lights, Phyllis discovers Summer by herself. Summer informs her that Harrison talked endlessly about foosball until he passed out. If there is any update on her situation, she asks her mother. Nothing specific, Phyllis says, so the police can proceed. There are many questions but no answers. She tells her about the house lease just outside of town and the lead on the gas gadget. Summer becomes even more perplexed when she brings up Alan because she met him and he appeared like a really kind guy. Phyllis is shocked that Summer is already aware of all of this when she discusses his insane brother. Phyllis clarifies Chance believes that Martin replaced Alan after he passed away. Summer is stunned to learn that Harrison has been residing in the same home as the man who may have kidnapped her mother. As stated in our privacy notice, we utilize your personal information for interest-based advertising. In an attempt to soothe her, her mother tells her that she and Harrison can still study everything there is to know about foosball. None of this makes sense to any of them. Phyllis promises to confront the person causing this conversation. She makes an effort to find out about her daughter's relationship with Chance. Summer starts talking endlessly about pizza because she can only handle one thing at a time. Her mother encourages her to open out after realizing something must be amiss. Summer acknowledges that she is done with the police officer. Phyllis is certain that he was overwhelmed by their family. Too much tension and turmoil. She laments that her daughter cannot be ordinary and uninteresting. He's still a lovely man, according to Summer, and he was fantastic with Harrison. Chance recognized that she wasn't completely over Kyle, but she still wanted more time to work things out. Her mother laughs at that, but Summer acknowledges that he has seen how much she dislikes Claire. According to her mother, resentment is common. Summer is unsure if that is the only thing. Chance cannot be forced to wait while she sorts out her feelings. Her mother hopes that Summer's questioning of how she allowed things to get so chaotic does not indicate that she intends to pursue Kyle. She tells Nick at Sharon's that she keeps reviewing her conversations with Alan and wondering if she said anything that he exploited. Could Alan have cheated on them all, including Traci? Nick says he is suspicious because all they know is that Traci isn't sure he's innocent. Sharon can't help but wonder why Phyllis and she were singled out. Nick believes it is useless to speculate at this time. All they need is for Chance to talk to Alan shortly. Chance arrives with some news. They discovered that the kidnapper had been observing from the farmhouse they rented. The phones that belonged to Sharon and Phyllis before to the kidnapping have also been located. They are searching for DNA evidence, but nothing has linked Alan to this as of yet. They are awaiting Parisian prints. After receiving a text about Alan's return, he flees. After assisting in her rescue, Sharon and Nick resume their conjectures about why Alan would harm her. All they can hope for is that this nightmare is over. She's had enough, he can tell. Sharon's patience and stamina are wearing thin. The toll from Ian and her medications, Heather's passing, and being chained in the sewer prior to being admitted to the clinic has been substantial. Nick respects the amount of strength she possesses. Her strength and tenacity never cease to amaze him. She expresses gratitude to him for seeing her in that light because she feels helpless. Nick's faith in her has never wavered. Sign up for the newsletter of soap spoilers. The arrival and departure of spring. Fresh recaps of Beyond the Gates. Ashley and Jack listen in on Alan and Traci in her room in the jazz lounge. In her pocket, she is holding her phone. Traci is still certain in her room that she is not delaying the wedding. Alan is depressed and perplexed. He believed that they were working together on this. He fled the town without her, she notes. He claims that all he was doing was preparing a surprise. She would be curious to know what the surprise was meant to be. Now it doesn't matter, he says. Everything is different now. Her hand is in her pocket, as he can see. She informs him that he is frightening her and that this talk is going in the wrong direction. Alan claims that everything is wrecked, and she advises that they end the discussion before they say something that cannot be corrected. Something has changed, he says again. She doesn't appear to be in love with him. He requests honesty from her and promises to give it back to her. Jack calls in and raps on the door. Alan assumes that she is gesturing for her brother to come to her aid while holding her phone in her pocket. "Save me from what?" asks Traci. Jack says his sister really wanted to see Ashley, so he takes her in after she opens the door. Ashley tells Alan that she's shocked that she didn't see him in Paris. Congratulations are due, she supposes. That might be too soon, he says. Alan asks Traci to clarify since Jack is perplexed. Ashley informs Alan that he always promoted delayed gratification when she states that all she wants is a lengthy engagement. Alan says there has been an attempt to persuade Traci to reconsider. According to him, perfection might work against good. The only thing that matters is love. Traci implores him not to get upset as he tries to leave to get some air. He requires time. She assures them that they can resolve this and everything will be okay. He leaves. Traci sobs that she needs assistance and detests this. Her desire to postpone the wedding would be understood by the Alan she loves. He didn't mention anything else that wasn't typical. She saw only despair as she peered into his eyes. Ashley implies that she was observing her own melancholy. That isn't Alan. Martin has been there the entire time, Ashley claims. He seemed quite deliberate, she explains. Ashley is aware that he is the one who assaulted her. Traci starts crying. Jack calls Chance to inform him that Ashley is certain it's Martin and that Alan has departed. Chance walks over to the bar after spotting Alan and asks if he would mind answering a few questions. Traci tells her siblings back in her suite that Alan always put her feelings first. Things became oddly demanding after he proposed. She questioned whether that was an attempt to test him temporarily. There was no compassion or understanding when she did. Jack is appreciative that Ashley recognized Martin right away. Traci is informed by Ashley that she has no way of knowing it was Martin. Traci is still unsure if Martin simply pushed Alan aside or if they managed to get his mask to slip. Her sister continues saying that it's Martin, not Alan. They hurry after Traci as she runs out in distress. Alan tells Chance he's exhausted down in the dining room, and the policeman questions him about the clinic's lease on the farmhouse. It must just be a billing error, Alan says. Chance requests to be taken to the station and inquires as to whether his fingerprints will be found there. Alan is hurriedly approached by Traci, who demands that he reveal his true identity to her immediately. The Young and Restless weekly preview informs us that Alan is back, and Traci is caught off guard when he unexpectedly enters their suite. We're sure her heart was racing as she tried to put on a natural-looking smile and greet him normally because she thinks he might be the one who kidnapped Sharon and Phyllis and almost killed them. Of course, it might not have come as a complete surprise because she knew he was flying back from Paris. As Traci tries to make sense of the unusual situation, having to decide whether her fiancé is, in fact, the man she fell in love with, or his evil twin, she faces the task of keeping Alan from seeing her anxiety. Although we have a lot of faith in the Abbot's capacity to remain calm, things may quickly spiral out of control if she were to gaze into his eyes and realize that Alan is Martin and that he is the monster that caused Phyllis and Sharon's ordeal. The man is quite intelligent, especially when it comes to reading people's minds, therefore he will notice even the smallest changes in her behavior. To put it plainly, Traci will be in serious danger of dying if he finds out that she knows. Is it Martin YR, or is Alan back? According to Young and Restless spoilers, that might be the reason Traci calls in panic early in the week. Fortunately, she has the chance to do so because it might be her sole hope for survival, her lifeline. As Alan/Martin takes Traci hostage in a desperate attempt to avoid the police, we anticipate the horrifying drama to ramp up. The villain typically confesses to all of their crimes and how they got away with them at this point, so we should be able to get some answers to our most pressing queries, such as, is Alan really Martin? Alan apologizes to Traci YNR. There will be a huge twist here, though, if the soap gods answer our appeal. According to teasers, Phyllis and Sharon will be desperate for justice. If they could flip Alan/Martin around and turn him into their lab rar as they exact their bittersweet retribution, wouldn't that be divine? Or at least express themselves? They have been traumatized by this monster, yet they are not alone. Ashley, Traci's sister, was the first to be tricked and harassed by Martin, and it's obvious that she will be included now that Eileen Davidson is back this week. In fact, Phyllis and Sharon will collaborate with Ashley, whom they briefly thought might have been involved in their kidnapping, as part of a surprising alliance to bring down Alan/Martin. Ashley and her brother's ex-wives have never lost their love, but if they wish to preserve Traci and assist in catching their tormentor, they will need to cooperate. Ashley Phyllis YNR. It sounds like we might be in for some thrilling and action-packed sequences. Unfortunately, there will be tears as well because there is no way to avoid Traci's heart being completely broken.